It's Greggatron. I hope everybody's doing just fine. Wait for some people to come in real quick. Today I'm gonna hit some arms. And I want to show you something it's not that I've been working on it, I worked on it, and it works for me. It is the barbell here. The barbell curls all by itself with no weight to failure. And by failure, I did 50 reps straight, which is pretty good. 50 curls, 50 curls of the barbell, that is not bad at all. So I'm curious as to if I can get any more. And the good thing about this exercise is without the weight, you can keep your form the entire time. You don't have to worry about cheat reps. You don't have to worry about swinging it or jerking it or anything like that. You can just keep good, clean form the entire time. And you're still going to failure. So you're still getting a pump, which I'm not looking for a pump, but that'll still happen. And when you get to those last 5 or 10 reps, you really do squeeze it at the top. It's dope. It is dope. And I already stretched, but I will warm up with a couple of dumbbells and I'll put some gloves on as people are showing up. Yeah. Here real quick. Oh. Like I said, I was gonna warm up with the 15s, but let me just warm up with some 10s real quick. Real quick. All right. All right. Barbell curls, 50 reps. Here we go. Let's do it. It's already burning at 20. $25. 30. 35. 36. Let's go. 39, baby. Now we're getting into the danger zone. Ooh. 41. 44. 46. 47. 48. 50. Yes. 52 reps. And I stopped because not the bicep, but that area right between the bicep and the forearm is just getting torn like a mug. What's up, my boy? Tar Baby Yoda just made it over. Tar Baby Yoda is here. The good manager. The good sir. Oh. On that note, I'm gonna sip on some water real quick. The good Yoda is here. And after I do stuff like that to failure, and I'll talk about that a little later, all this is just shredded, just destroyed. You want to feel as if you can't even pick up a feather. Like, honestly, I could stop this video right now. That's the that's the truth. And I was gonna make this into a video form, but I was like, you know what? Let me go live instead and say what up to some people. Oh man. Let me get a sip. You like my shirt? Yeah. The barbell is my friend. There we go. Gotta stay in focus. Yes. Oh. Let me tell you where I got this idea. So Scott Adkins, the martial artist, aka the actor, he has his own YouTube channel. Shout out to Scott Adkins. I got put on to him through the Undisputed movies. Thank you, sir. Good shirt, yes. Oh, I think I said yeah earlier. If I didn't say yeah by now, yeah. So Scott Adkins, he's got a YouTube page. And I was watching him years ago after I found out about it. Well, he made a video about what I just did, but he had a quarter on each side. For those who don't know, a quarter, that's a 25-pound plate. So he would do the barbell curls with the quarter. Yeah. Tar Baby Yoda said, stop it. Well, I can't remember how many reps he would do, between 10, 12, maybe more. And I was like, man, that's a really good exercise for biceps with that quarter on there. And I was doing that for years, and I still do it. Well, here's the thing. Lately, I've been going for reps, high reps, high reps. So I'm like, well, let me just take the quarters off altogether and see how many reps I can do. And that I got from a different guy who challenged the barbell squats. So not long ago, I did a video. It wasn't live, but I did a video when I was doing barbell squats. And I did 120 reps of the barbell squats. So I was like, well, let me use that same mindset for the barbell curls. Just out of curiosity to see what I could get. And I ended up, last time I got 50, now I got 52. So I'm like, all right. So it's not a bad thing. Now, if you're trying to get bigger, I would add some weight. But I really like to get some reps lately. Because if you're throwing heavy weight around constantly, it can't be that good for your body. And of course, you're going to rest, you're going to recover. But as crazy as my job has been, I don't like lifting heavy all the time. I'll slice the weight back and I'll run it through failure. That's as many as possible. Get to your max amount of reps, find that magic number, whatever it might be, and find a way to go beyond that. Like, I just did 50 barbell curls. I was like, well, let me do 2 more. Actually, 40 was probably the max amount of reps. And then I went 12 beyond. You feel me? So yeah, that's a good thing to do. Good thing to do. And I was watching Undisputed 2 and 3 last night. And in that movie, the second one anyway, they're showing Scott Adkins' training regimen. And that's one of the things he did, was the barbell curls with a quarter. I was like, that's the exact same thing he did in his video on YouTube. Because he made Yuri Boyka into a real character outside the movie. That's dope. So shout out to Scott Adkins. And shout out to the dude who did the 100 squats with the barbell. I put two and two together, and that's what you get. All right, next. Since I'm already working with a barbell, I'm gonna do some good mornings. That's good for you. You can't go wrong. I call them reverse crunches because you're not crunching your core, you're crunching your back. So let me get some of those in. I didn't know how important lower back was until fairly recently. I've been doing this a lot lately. It reminds me of that song Kanye West made on his third album. Good morning. Ooh. Good morning. That's the Graduation album, for those who don't know. That's the intro. It might be the second song to that album. Good morning. Ooh. Hustle loves, that's if you're still living. Get on down. Ooh. Speaking of the word yeah, I was watching a movie last night with a friend. And throughout the movie I'm saying, yeah! Because, these are my movies, Undisputed. And she's like, what's up with this yeah word? I'm like, that's my word. I've been doing these for a reason, and I'll explain. I will explain. Because I love explanations, right? I just love explaining myself. Lower back is probably just as important as core, to be honest. And notice how I'm taking my time. Good morning. Ooh. Y'all don't know about the old Kanye. Y'all just know this new stuff. Oh. Get a good stretch. Make it good. Make it count. So I was going to explain why I do those. I do that because, I don't know, a year and a half ago, and I'm going to make a separate video about this too, by the way. A year and a half ago, I was doing some crazy stuff at the gym, and I pulled something in my back. I'm like, what the heck? Well, long story short, the muscle was popping out and smacking my nerve, in my spine. So I had to get a steroid pill to deflate that muscle back to normal. But every now and then it will want to flare up. So I don't want y'all to think I'm on steroids. No, it was a medication just to keep that muscle deflated, or else it'll just hit the mess out of my nerves. That's how I found out about what sciatica was. I was like, what's sciatica, right? But I can go into that in length, but I won't. So I do that, the good mornings, to keep my lower back strong. All right. More water, shall we? More water. All right. Next. Actually, let me write this down what I just did real quick. Good morning. Ooh. Yeah, I do good mornings a lot. I did good mornings on my last exercise. Sure did. Okay, we did barbell curls. I'll just say arms. Barbell curls. I did 52. Not bad. And I'll just say good mornings, 10 plus reps. I might have did 12. 10 plus reps. Nice. Now, since we're talking about the spirit of back, what I'm gonna do next, I haven't done this in a while, but the lawnmower rows, I'm gonna hit some of that. Start out light, right? There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing at all. Zoom down a little bit. But again, I'm gonna warm up before it gets crazy. And one thing I noticed about the gym and people in the gym, they'll try to do the craziest things just because there's people around them. It's like everybody in the gym wants to be the strongest person in the gym. So they're doing these crazy things they wouldn't normally do if they were by themselves, right? And I'm guilty of doing that too. Like, if I'm in my gym by myself, let me put this back up. If I'm in the gym by myself here, I'm just gonna do what I'm gonna do. But if I have company over, best believe I'm doing a little extra. It's almost like a show. You're putting on a show to see who's the strongest, which it shouldn't be like that. Because when you're in the gym, you're competing against yourself. But it's all ego, man. It really is. But that just came to mind. So yeah, always warm up. Even though I just did good mornings, that was my lower back. But what I'm about to do, that's not lower back anymore. So I need to warm up all over again. Right? Okay. And I'm just going to warm up with the same dumbbell I did for, what was it? Oh, curls, yeah. Same weight as a warm up. That's a bad angle, isn't it? Gotta clean this up. Yeah. Tar Baby Yoda said, "You didn't say yeah." Oh, I said it. I said it. You just didn't hear me. Like Young Jeezy said, I said yeah. All right, we're gonna warm up. And I put the same leg where my arm is on the same side. That way I know not to swing and hit my knee. Because if I do it this way, it's too easy. You got too much swinging room. But if it's this way, I don't have a choice but to control it. You know what I mean? So, the good lawnmower. And the reason I'm doing this and not this is because you can make a different type of gain. And it's more difficult. This is much more difficult than the traditional pull. Yeah. Nice little warm up. So what I'm gonna do, I'm not gonna go past 25. On this dumbbell. Now that song is stuck in my head. Good morning. Ooh. All right. These angles, man. These angles. Here. I need a cameraman, but I don't feel like paying people to work a camera. No, I'm kidding. Not really, though. I have some friends who will come over and mess around, help me film. All right, that's better. "22 is like my magic number. Because 20, that's a nice round number, but I like to get that 2 extra. Right? 1, 2, 3. 22. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. And many times when I do back, I'm inspired to do rear delts with it. And I just love doing rear delts, right? All thanks to the good FTX, the good functional trainer, the good cable machine. Oh, yes. All right. Come over here a little bit. And I don't even deadlift and do bent over row, not bent over rows, but the barbell bent over rows much because of those back spasms. Because it'll happen out of nowhere. You know, I'm like, man, let me. And I heard the Hodge twins say this years ago. They had bad backs when they were in the gym. And I'm almost as tall as they are. So, and even Arnold wasn't able to do certain deadlifts in a certain way because he was so tall. Arnold was like 6'2". So depending on how tall you are and whatnot, it's kind of like how short guys can bench press easier than tall guys. Because their arms are so short, there's not enough length to go around for it to be difficult. You know? So I'm not blaming my quote unquote bad back on my height, but something's going on in the land. Something. And I probably will do some tricep extensions since I already did arms. Ooh. Get on down. Get on down. I wish I could play music. YouTube just won't let me. For the people who are in and out, hit the like button. Hit the thing. Don't be cute with that like button. Don't be scared of it. Everybody's doing it. Drink some water real quick. There you go. Always keep water in the house. I mean, tap water, that's cool too, but always have cases, and more cases on hand. I get those either 40 packs, 32 packs, something. All right. I'm gonna warm up with number 2. That's 20 on each side. Gotta get a good stretch. I'm not even gonna consider this a warm up. This is a real set. Ooh. Okay. All right. Let's go. I can feel this in my side delts too. Nothing wrong with that. Ooh, the delts are burning. My shoulders are like, I didn't know we were hitting shoulders today. Now that I did that, now somehow I'm inspired to hit shoulders. Before that though, I'm gonna finish off my arms, do some tricep push downs with the good attachment. DJ on Paul. Whenever I see your name, I think, I don't give a darn if he does come home. Paul, I won't accept him. DJ on Paul said, I was watching a documentary about some of the bodybuilders with bad backs, and a lot of them had fat side chicks. Yeah, they did. You know them girls were fat. Yeah, they did. Yeah. Cases, cases, cases. I have some diction, some dialogue that rubs off on me from other people. Like, you know where that's from. Cases, cases, cases. I was talking about cases of water, but the context fit. You gotta have cases, 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 not cases of COVID-19. All right, let's change these attachments out. Yeah. Tar Baby Yoda was here earlier. I don't know if he's still here, but he said, hey, you didn't say yeah yet. I said yeah. That's Young Jeezy. Y'all heard what I said? I said yeah. Can't even pay our bills in this mother. The Recession album? What was that, 08? Classic. Classic. Actually, these go right there. I said, yeah. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Jeezy made a song called Crazy World on that album, the Recession album, 08 or whatever year it was. So, Sometimes when I emphasize the word yeah, I'm really emphasizing that young Jeezy when he said, "Y'all heard what I said? I said yeah." You can't go wrong with young Jeezy. You can't. DJ on Paul got jokes talking about they got bad backs because they got these big old women. Horrible. I need an Xbox, so why you trying to prove me? There we go. Before I do anything with this, I'm going to warm up with probably some 10-pound dumbbells. There's nothing wrong with that. I would take my shirt off, man, but it's too cold. I thought about it. It's like a back scratcher. Just to get the muscle ready. You can see gains even there. Even in the warm up, you can see separation. Yeah, back scratcher. It looks like it. When you're looking at it from the camera, it looks like I'm scratching my back. I just noticed that. All right, so if you can't see the weight, this side has the whole stack. That's number 16, which is 160 pounds. This side is on number 12. That's 120 pounds. And what I do is I alternate between. So I try to do between 10 to 12 reps with the full weight. Slice it back, do the same amount of reps with a lighter weight. Go back to the heavy weight. Probably not the same amount of reps, but I'll try. And then go back to this weight. And then my final set of the superset, I'll do this with like 1 or 2 reps and just squeeze it and hold it. Now, you don't have to do 10 to 12 reps. You can try to max this out, then move over here just to get some extra reps, and then do a final set with 1 or 2 reps while doing pause reps, right? So I might actually do that. When you're in the gym, you kind of just do what hits you spiritually. The spirit kind of has to just take over, and when I say that, I mean listen to your body. The spirit of physicality and gains just comes over you. So let's say you're in the mindset where, okay, I'm going to do 10 or 12 reps. Well, then you do it and you're like, man, this ain't enough. Please, you might do 15, 20, 22. It just depends on how you feel, to be honest. How your body feels, that is. Who cares how you feel? It's your body you need to listen to. Does that make sense? Do y'all agree with that? All right. But either way, as long as you get to failure, does it really matter how many reps you do of each side? You know what I mean? Does it really matter if you're going to failure either way? That's why I say people should be like super technical about what they're doing in the gym. Like, yeah, it's good to have an idea of what's going on, what you're doing, your game plan, what you did last time opposed to this side. Are you making progress? That sort of thing. But as far as getting good sets and good work in, you just gotta follow where the body takes you, in my opinion. Because you might surprise yourself. Your own body might surprise you. Whereas if you're playing it by the book, you're too intellectual about it. But your physical instincts sometimes have to just take over. Your animal instincts. Yeah. All right. But I said in my video, the movie I made, you got to become a monster. You got to become a monster. Just turn yourself into a wild beast. You got to be an animal in the gym. See, just so you can see the tricep better. Get low on them. You got to turn yourself into a savage beast. And keep it quality. Keep quality reps. It's almost like you're treating every rep like it's the last. This might be 8 or 9. Like I said, who cares? Surprise yourself. When you understand the relationship between your mind and your body, ooh. It's like a friendship. I lost count. Whoa. It keeps my core tight too. Woo! Whoa! 6 of that side and do a pause rep on this side. Hold it and squeeze. Not bad. That's really not bad. That first set out of the superset, that's what got everything started. Get everything going. And everything else kind of just falls into place accordingly. Need water. Nothing wrong with this stuff. Let's come back. Well, actually, first, let me get some more water. You know what? Actually, I think I'm gonna sneak in a Gatorade instead. We hit legs last time. That was fun. I think that was about a week ago. Thanks to me doing rear delt flies. It would be wrong if I didn't at least hit some type of shoulder press. Sitting press, maybe with the 60s. I can get good rep range with the 60s. I'm gonna do it sitting. I can do them standing up, overhead press, but I don't get that same rep range if I'm standing up. The difference between standing and standing is more difficult, therefore you should do it. Because I think you will become stronger because you're using your whole body when you're doing those standing presses. But still, I just want to get some reps in. So I'll do it sitting. Whereas if you do standing, you'll be able to get more reps into the future because you're strengthening your whole body, I'm sure. Yeah. Oh, DJ on Paul said something earlier. I missed it. What did he say? He said, I think having a rep goal is important, but sometimes you just got to, yeah, you do. You do have to listen to your own body. Because the stuff shouldn't be so scientific to where you could potentially miss out on gains. It's a double-edged sword. On one hand, yes. You want to know what you're doing in the gym. You kind of want to have an idea of what you're doing before you do it. But if your body snaps in and says, yo, no, let's do it this way, the body will tell you, I like this. Well, your notebook might not have that written down. So if your body is telling you, I like this, listen to both your body and the quote unquote science. Because your body is science. Hello. That and everybody's physical body is totally different from his or her neighbor. So, who are they to say what you should and should not do? Don't even listen to me half the time because my body is totally different from yours. What I'm saying might only work for me, or people of my height, or people of my weight, or people of my genetics, or whatever. Whereas if you listen to somebody else, that might work much better for your body, depending on where this person's coming from genetically, physically, all these things I just talked about. That's the beauty of the gym. There's really not a right or wrong answer to hardly anything. It's all just experience. That's deep stuff. That's why I don't believe in all these quote unquote personal trainers for real, for real. I believe in them in the sense that they give you generic, general, common advice for the common person. Here's the thing about physical training, and I learned this when I was training people. I had to take their body types into account. I had to take their weight, their height, their genes, all that into consideration. And I'm gonna give you an example. I had this lady years ago in here, and she was overweight, and her goal was to lose weight. And yeah, I talked to her about the diet thing, eat less calories. As far as the training goes, I was training her in the same way I would train someone who looks like me. But that didn't really work for her because she was trying to lose weight. But at the time, I was trying to gain weight. So I pretty much in the beginning of training her, you could say I was training her in the wrong way. Because I was training her to gain muscle. And if you're losing weight, you're still going to gain muscle. Her whole thing was she needed to burn the fat. So you can't train someone like that as a bodybuilder because that's not what the person's goal is. And that's why I tell people in the beginning, well, what's your goal? Where are you trying to be? What are you trying to achieve? And I'll ask, are you trying to lose weight? Are you trying to gain muscle? What is it you're trying to do? Do you weigh yourself? How much do you weigh? Do you keep track of it? Do you have a log? What are you eating? Etc. So you cannot train, let's say, a 20-year-old who's fit in the same way you're going to train a 60-year-old who's not fit. Because there's different activities for different people who have different goals. Now, let's say this woman who wanted to lose weight, and we talked about this too. She wanted to burn a lot of fat, so I told her, you'll start to see the muscle when you burn the fat. You know what I'm saying? Get the fat out of here first. And what I would do with people like her is I would give her decent exercises to do that she can do at home. Because a lot of people don't have what I have here, right? So I would give them little keys as to things they can do when they're not with me. Because they would only come over here like once a week, on the weekend or something. And I would tell them, write down what you're doing, keep track of it. And then when you do go home, take those same weighted dumbbells that we use here and do your thing at home. And see if you can do better. But in many cases, oh no, cardio won't hurt. Yeah. I was about to say something in many cases. Totally slipped my mind. Oh, in many cases, they would work harder here when they were with me because I pushed them. And some women, some people in general, they don't like to work out by themselves for that reason because they won't get that extra push, that extra oomph. I've had people in here who stop at a certain rep, and I'm like, keep going, come on. And they get extra reps. And I'm like, I thought you said you couldn't do all that. And she's like, I didn't think I could. I'm like, see? And that's why I say your body will surprise you. If you get out of your mind and into your body, the body will just take over. The body doesn't have a choice but to take over when you're separated from your mind because it's just straight 100% body. But it's the mind that psychs you out, but the body has to psych you back in. And I swear this lady told me, oh, I didn't think I could do that. Yeah, there's a lot of things you thought you couldn't do. And it's like this incredible bonding experience. Not just me bonding with my client, but it's the client bonding with his or her own body. Like, yo, I didn't know I could do this. Yeah, that's what I've been trying to tell you. In the movie I made, one of the things I said was, your body might surprise you, but first you must try. Once you get to trying, you're not gonna stop until the workout's over. So I say we end this with some overhead press. But of course, I'm still gonna warm up. Yeah, DJ on Paul knows about that cardio. I don't give a darn if he does come home. Paul, I won't accept him. But since you brought cardio up, let me talk about that. I don't think cardio really makes you lose weight. I think cardio helps you with your breathing and your endurance. You'll lose weight when you cut your calories back. That's just my personal opinion. Because I used to do, and I still do on my electric bike when it gets warm out, I'll do mad cardio, and my bike actually tells me how many calories I'm burning. But in many cases, my stomach and everything still looks the same. So I'm like, I basically just burn all the calories I just ate a couple of hours ago. But after my bicycle rides, in many cases, I still look the same, which you're not going to really notice the same day. But my point is, I didn't really notice a change in my core anyway until I started eating more rice. Rice gets your core right. Excuse me. Right? Rice. Rice will get your core right. Sounds like a children's book song. So let's warm up with some 10, 15 pound dumbbells. All right. Make sure. Yeah, I'm in the shot. Good discussion today, guys. DJ on Paul, Tar Baby Yoda. Good discussions. And I'm just saying things that make sense in my head. And even before I do this, hang on a second. Almost forgot. Don't forget to stretch out your rotator cuff. So let's do that before we even warm up. It's a warm up within a warm up. I can hear the birds chirping. That's beautiful. And I hit rear delts earlier. And that made my side delts. What up, Lupin? That made my side delts feel shattered. I'm stretching out my rotator cuff, Lupin, because I'm going to end with some sitting overhead press. So this is the pre-warm-up. And then the warm-up with the 15-pound dumbbells. And then the actual exercise. But I also warmed up when I did rear delts. So there's that. Lupin the third. Another warm up. I can't hear the birds chirping. That's because the garage door is closed. It is, man. I love listening to the birds chirp. It reminds you that spring is right around the corner. If not, it's already here. Because I live in Illinois, it hasn't snowed here in over a month. So when the birds are chirping, that's a good sign that winter's over. Let's put it that way. Something about my right shoulder just feels like it's not. It's great, man. I'm in Texas. You're visiting Texas? Or you live in Texas? Yeah, isn't that nice? You know, when the birds are chirping, okay. When the birds are chirping, it's like people are watering their grass, walking their dogs, kids playing outside. It's a good sign, you know? Y'all can't hear them birds? It's like when people are out cutting the grass. That's a good sign of some good weather. When you see motorcycles out. And I'm listening to my body because my right shoulder is feeling like, wait a minute, you know? I know y'all hear them birds chirping. Stop playing. I've been in the pool since February. Get out of here. There's people still shoveling snow. In Texas, my boy? It doesn't snow in Texas. I think when I did my rear delt flies, it spoiled me for my appetite of shoulder press. For some odd reason, more stretch I'm gonna do. Man, I wish it was 80 in Illinois, please. I wish it was 80. It's like 55 here today at best. It was 45 when I went outside. DJ on Paul. So DJ on Paul is in California and Looping the Third is in Texas. All right. Sweet. Both states have probably the best weather. Here's another stretch I want to show you. I got this from Mike Rashid. Yeah, I did biceps earlier. Looping. That was one of the first things. That was the first thing I did, looping. No, not on Texas. I'm talking about friends on YouTube. One's still dealing with snow. I think it would be good to find a good trap. Oh, a trap workout. Just take the barbell all by itself and do barbell rows. Upright rows with the barbell. But yeah, I did the same thing with my biceps. I just took the barbell and did 52 bicep curls with the barbell. What about forearms? Let me stretch this shoulder out some more. Because if I don't do this properly, my shoulder could be shattered for a week. You don't want that. And it's Sunday, and you gotta go to work tomorrow. I think that feels better. It's still not all the way there, but that's better. I think I can deal with that. Yeah, let's get this over with, shall we? Do your thing, man. You good? Oh, yeah. That stretch I just did, the teeter-totter looking thing, that's from Mike Rashid. I hope y'all know who Mike Rashid is. That dude is like my fitness guru. I've been watching Mike Rashid for years. Since like 2019, 2020 or something. Man, the biceps are looking decent. Yeah, check out Mike Rashid. Alright. Yeah, see, I hear kids playing outside. That's a good sign. Good weather. I'm gonna take these 60s, all right? And I think I'm gonna drop a good belt. Just to be on the safe side. Just so I can stay on track. The good. Alright. Damn. Shit. These 60s feel like 80s. Man. Man. Alright. Time for the grand finale. And I'm not going to hit side delts because my side delts were burning when I hit my rear delts. So I think I hit 2 in 1 stone. Alright. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Good. Good, good, good. Nothing wrong with that. Yes. Not bad. Ooh. I can feel a stretch in my good left lat. I don't give a darn if he does come home. Pa, I won't accept him. Yes. All right. Do you think grunting helps a man work out better? Like as far as, grunting. Yes, I do believe it helps. Not for the ego reasons as far as who's next to you and who can hear you making gains. Not as a way of showing off. Because guys sometimes are loud in the gym for that reason. Because they want to say, oh, look, who's looking at me? I'm making noise, therefore people around me know I'm making gains. Not for that reason. I grunt personally and all that because my body is getting that stuff out. That's just a natural response. Because you're doing physical labor, physical activity. So you're not going to be quiet. Like me breathing right now is louder because I'm doing physical activity. So nothing wrong with grunting and all that. Because your body is letting you know, basically it's in danger. It's adapting. It's surviving. It's overcoming. Because think about it. If you're bench pressing over 300 pounds, you think you're going to do it making no noise? Like, you see my videos where I'll do like a 365 pound deadlift. I'm not doing that without grunting or hollering yeah or something. But I've had times in here by myself with no camera on. The music is playing, loud music. And I'm like yelling and screaming. I'm hollering yeah. I'm talking to myself and everything. Like, see, y'all just see me on camera. But when I'm by myself, when my music is playing, that's the bad thing about YouTube now. You can't play other people's music. They'll copyright you. But when the camera's off and there's music playing, I'm making all kinds of noise. Seriously. And the more you do that, in my opinion, the more you're building that relationship with the music, with the weights, the machines. It's fun. It really is fun. And when you have a home gym, you don't have to worry about people around you thinking this or that. This is you, man. You can play your favorite songs. Best believe them songs have profanity in them in many cases. But no, there's nothing wrong with grunting and all that stuff. I was going to say moaning, but that doesn't sound right. He said, do you think grunting helps a man work out better? As far as effort goes. If you're putting in max amount of effort, even if you're not grunting at the beginning of the set, you're still going to be grunting and yelling and all that at the end of that set. Especially if it's a set to failure. Now, if you're doing an exercise where you're doing multiple sets, you might not grunt at all until the last set. But if you're doing multiple sets of something, you might not be working hard enough. Let's say you're doing 3 sets of 12 of curls. I use curls because that's generic. If you're doing 3 sets of 12, that means the weight isn't, it's reasonable weight, but you might not grunt until the 3rd set when you get to like 6 reps or whatever. Whereas if you do 1 set to failure, you do 20 plus, like what I did with the barbell in the beginning. When I did 52 reps, I was not grunting until I was at like rep 40, 42, 43 or something. So you're not grunting to help yourself or not to help yourself. You're doing it because it's just a natural physical response. Think about it. If you're making big rocks to little rocks, you're going to be grunting and sweating and carrying on. You feel me? If you have a jackhammer, you work construction, you have a sledgehammer, things of this nature, your body's going to make some noise. But it's a good question. Good question, DJ On Paul. Let me put this belt up, these gloves. I think that was productive. 1.5 hours, not bad. We talked in between. Not bad. Oh, Gotta put the dumbbells back too. Yeah. I don't give a darn if he does come home. Paul. It was good to see Lupin the Third and DJ on Paul and Tar Baby Yoda. It was good to see the good people. It's Sunday. This is my YouTube making day. I got videos I need to put out. You'll see. I'm gonna show off some Devil May Cry stuff. I'm gonna show off possibly some other stuff. Gonna make some videos talking about some folk. You'll see. Surprise, but you'll see. And I'm gonna do my thing, finish up some laundry, clean up a little bit, put out some content. The rest is gonna be history. Yes, sir. DJ on Paul. Have a good day to you, sir. Anybody else listening and watching, have a good day to y'all. But tune in this evening. I'm gonna drop some more stuff. I promise. All right, 1.5 hours. Good stuff. Good to see y'all. And peace.